Hey, some friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims, and we are starting a new LP, and I really hope you cannot hear the wind because it's not windy outside. Okay, so we are starting a new LP, and this is a create a sim video. If you could not figure that out by now, you must be new to The Sims, and if so, welcome. And this is going to be the star of our Let's Play. Well, not this guy, because this guy, we get him together, but the guy that you saw in the thumbnail is going to be the star of our Let's Play, which I'm not fully sure on the title at this moment that I'm recording, because I record and then I like figure out titles and all that fun stuff later. But I think I mentioned this in the last video. It's probably going to be based on the Super Sims challenge. And yeah, this is Sam. His name is Sam. I know that already. And he is, well, first, before I say that, let me just say that I'm going to try to stay on topic in this video. I'm going to try to talk about Sam and his story first. And then towards the end of the video, I'm going to just share my thoughts on the new Growing Together pack and the excitement about that. So, first, this is Sam Freeman. He is a just run-of-the-mill kind of guy, at least in his eyes. He does not think he's particularly special. He is somewhere in the middle, but he wants more than like his life is like how it's been growing up. And we're not going to do his parents or like go into any of that because I didn't create them. But I will say that he is from like a small, not even small, like sometimes small towns can be significant because they're small and like everyone can be an individual, but like just in the middle town, like a medium-sized town, country town, but he wasn't really good at like farm life or country living or anything like that. And so, he was in high school. He just didn't really know what he was going to do with himself. Like he kind of had big dreams, but he never told anyone because he just did not think those things were possible for him until one day a military recruiter came to his high school. And the military came as kind of like a job fair, college fair type of, or university fair type of experience. And Sam was not, like, his grades weren't like amazing. They weren't terrible, but they weren't amazing. So he didn't really have ambitions for college. He didn't really know what kind of job he wanted to get into or anything like that. And so, the recruit kind of called him out as he was like walking by, just kind of like browsing, not really knowing where to go. I guess the recruit could kind of like smell it on him that he like was just kind of lost about like what his life is going to be like as an adult. And so the recruit is kind of like, hey, like the military can give you some great opportunities to see the world. And, I think you're the type of guy that could do really well in the military. And he never had like anyone say you could do really well. Like he never had anyone kind of see more for him. And just saying that, like it wasn't even like anything. The military guy was not like pouring it on extra thick or he didn't even need to do all of that. Just saying those, few sentences to him, Sam was like, where do I sign up? And that is where our story with Sam begins. So he joins the military. And if you are not familiar with the Super Sim Challenge, the goal is to like get all the aspirations, get all the jobs, do amazing, like just like max out all your skills, like do everything in the Sims game that you can do. If you know me, I'm not gonna do all of that. Like chances are I'm not gonna do all of those things, but it is the inspiration behind this, and he is going to try to have like a lot of experiences. So I cannot tell you what his next stops will be, but like the military will probably not be the end of Sam's story. But in Sam's mind, he doesn't know that. He just knows that this will be an opportunity to see more and like to do something greater than what he's felt like he's done. So he cuts his hair low, he gets rid of like the little facial hair he has growing in, and just, he's ready to go off to the military. his aspiration is like whatever the military aspiration is, because that's all he knows that he wants to do. And he is moderately athletic. Like like he's not the star of any team or any sport or anything like that, but he's relatively in shape for like kind of a skinny kid. Like I'm sure, things will change as he gets older, but for now he's like a skinny kid that's in relatively good physical shape. And so I said that he is going to be athletic or active, energetic, whatever that, soccer ball means. And he's going to be ambitious, because I do think he is ambitious, like to embark on this challenge is ambitious. And I think there's more in the world that Sam wants to see that he doesn't even know he wants to see yet. I also made him a romantic because I don't know. I don't know why I made him romantic. We'll figure that out as the story goes on. But I just needed another trait. And there, as you can see, I play with mods, and there are 2 more spaces for traits that I think if they fit, I'll put them in. It's funny that I play with that mod, but I do not always give my Sims 5 traits. I just don't think they always need it. I think, surprisingly, the Sims team might have knew what they were doing, just giving us 3 traits after like trial and error. 3 might be enough most of the time. I named him Samuel Friedman, because it just felt like a good Southern United States, Southern name. Like I wanted it to be I just wanted him to be from like a small town in the South, whatever that means in Sims World's translation. So that's where I gave him his name. Building Sam was a little difficult because I know he's not always going to look like this. And so that was like a challenge for me, making a Sim look in a way that like I know his body is going to change. Like he's probably going to have hair at some point. He's probably going to have facial hair. And I cut a lot of that like trial and error out, because I don't want you to see possibly what he could look like down the road, but I just know that he is going to change. Like he's only 18. He's just like the earliest stage of being a young adult, and I wanted it to be something that can change over time without me like drastically altering the sim, where you're like, I don't even know what sim this is. But I'm not above that, because sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And so as far as his clothes, they're pretty simple. I tried to keep it to the story simple. I like even think I gave him like the same pair of sneakers for certain outfits. Like he doesn't have a lot. This is almost like rags to riches vibes. I don't really like to start my Sims out with a lot of money or like the best clothes, because I feel like if they didn't come from a family with that, then I'm not gonna do that. Like usually if I do something like that, it's a background sim that another sim is gonna meet. It's not like a sim that is the star of the show. So we're starting this in rags to riches style. Whatever money he has, what money he has. Oh, I forgot that I gave Sam some freckles, because when I've started playing already, and when you're not playing it, it's not always like zoomed in. But I wanted to make his face like distinct, and I don't often use freckles or like birthmarks, which we'll talk more about birthmarks later. But I don't often use those things a lot of times just because I forget. But like, it's nice to have whoa, I don't know what I was doing. It's nice to have like a sim that doesn't look like every other sim, because that's how people are in the world. They have freckles, and dark skinned people have freckles too. So I wanted to give him like a few freckles. So we'll get there as I'm like messing with the skin blends that I like, trying to find. Again, this was me trying to make sure this was like a face that can be altered later without like giving Sam cosmetic surgery. And since I already told you that I started playing, I might as well tell you that I'm playing in Rat Boy's save file. Um, and silly me, being as out of the Sims loop as I am, I downloaded like an older version. I think he just came out with like 1.2 in January. Like I messed that. Like when you Google it, because I knew which save file I wanted to use. Like when you Google it, you end up like I think the older one comes to the top of the Google searches first. And so yeah, like silly me, but I had already started playing once I realized that and I was like, I'm not doing all that. Like I'm not putting him in another save. I'm not fixing all these Sims. I fixed a few Sims and downloaded a few extra Sims. Thanks Roxy for reminding me about Sims on the rope. I think Sims on the rope. And so I can download some like townies. These freckles look so good. But yeah, so I already started messing with that. And so yeah, he's moved in to that save and he is living in Strangerville. And Strangerville, as we all know, is kind of like a military town. I also put him there because I haven't played there in a while. I was thinking about what isn't like on the channel, like A Rich Legacies in Delso Valley and Brindleton Bay, a little Copperdale. Uh, I've I do play a lot in San Myshuno. I'm sure San Myshuno will come up again. And so yeah, I just wanted to put him somewhere that like you guys haven't seen. And I haven't played in Strangerville since I did like the Strangerville like challenge or whatever it's called, defeated the monster. And I turned that off, by the way. Like we're not playing that because I'm just not in the mood to play that. So we're not messing with the town is not invaded by anything. It's just a regular like dusty old town. Beautiful, but dusty. And yeah, so Sam is going to be dropped into this world. He doesn't know anyone. He's going to have to figure some things out. And I think that's pretty much it for me like sharing about Sam. I'm sure some things may pop into my head a little bit later. Let me check my notes. Hold on. Yep, that's all I want to tell you for now. And so I will talk a little bit about the trailer and like I I didn't feel like doing a video specifically on the trailer and I told you that I am going into my less edited vibes, like a less like stopping and recording and editing, just giving more like free play vibes and free thoughts. So I will do my best to not ramble so much and but just talk about what I think about the new pack. So I'm always excited for a new pack. I've said that 1,000 times. Well, a new expansion pack. Let me be specific. Always excited about that. Wasn't expecting it, but probably because I've been out the loop. Like I remember I did watch the Sim Summit. I think that's like right before I fell out of the loop of things. And so I knew like babies were coming. Let's start with talking about infants. Sorry, not babies, because we'll still have like baby objects. I guess like they said it's gonna be like a newborn, an infant, and then a toddler. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not super excited about infants. I think they would be cute, but they feel like they're gonna be annoying like toddlers. And just when I say that, it's not me saying like something annoying in the way EA does it, just annoying and like stressful, like probably similar to real life. And so like I feel like that's just not my style of gameplay, or it gets old relatively quickly. Like it's cute for a second. I do like that these skills affect the Sims as they get older. I really do like the continuity. Yeah, the continuity of like the Sims life experiences and how it plays into their experiences as an adult. I appreciate it. But am I excited to play with infants? I don't know. I'm excited about San Sequoia. It looks beautiful. It looks very much like Windenburg. Like I have a feeling it's going to be similar to Windenburg more than what I was hoping, which was going to be like city living vibes. I don't think we're going to get that. Um, I do think that there will be lots of lots because when I was watching Little Simsy, who worked on the pack or did a build, she said she didn't recognize some things. And so that made me feel like, there's more than what she saw. And so I feel like there will be like, especially with like the bay and stuff. I don't know, that reminds me of like Windenburg a lot. I think it'll be a lot prettier, but hopefully it'll give the like get to work pack vibes in that way. One thing I will probably love about the infants is that you can carry them around, even though someone mentioned on Twitter, I know I said I was gonna chill on Twitter, but that was a lie. And someone mentioned on Twitter how like there's gonna be so many times that the Sims don't listen, they're taking the baby in and out the baby carrier, which is hilarious, like laughing to stop from crying because that's what's gonna happen and it's gonna be sad. But I'm excited about like carrying the baby. I'm excited about like just all the like build and buy stuff that'll go with the the child. I'm not really excited about the cast options. They didn't look particularly exciting except for like some hairs, but like the clothing didn't really look that exciting. I feel like in general, kids' clothing in The Sims is meh, but I'm sure there'll be some cute things from our favorite CC creators. Excited about the tree house. If even if it's only just because it like looks cute, like I'm excited about the tree house. I'm excited about like teaching the kids different things like learning to ride bikes. Oh, of course, I'm excited for all the elder like gameplay that'll be involved because I feel like I have some Sims that I haven't let them become elders because what is so interesting about being an elder versus just being an adult? I feel like that is kind of an issue in the game. So I'm excited about that. It seems like they're talking about like more interesting family dynamics and even like social like it sounded like they were doing something similar that like similar to the mod where you have like a first reaction to a person or you can decide. It sounded like they were doing something where like your sim will be interested in certain types of sims and like it'll be cool to see that in the game as opposed to like me making that up in my head and having to figure it out. So it'll be interesting to see. Like it's always a little tricky for me with like how the game adds certain storyline stuff into it because I do like to have like a lot of control over my storylines. I guess, you get used to playing one way. And so it's like if they take it away, like how do I tell the stories I want to tell or how do I go with the flow? And so that'll be really interesting to see. I didn't really see too many castings besides the hairs that were like cool, but I do know that sometimes they do the trailer and then they do like the live stream, and there are like exciting things from the live stream that weren't in the trailer. So I'm excited for things that we don't know quite yet, like, or things that we don't know how cool they are yet until they show us. So I'm excited about those things. I didn't see anything that said something about new careers, but I always like careers, not hyper capitalist, but in The Sims, yes, like put these Sims to work. Another thing that people were saying, but I don't know if it's true. Like they said the trailer gave them the vibes that like the grandparents could come over and help with the babies. I I do feel like there are things they put in the trailer that don't really happen quite as they seem. And so I'm skeptical on if that's really going to be like into the game where it's going to be something that you have to like do yourself. But there seem to be sleepovers, which that's really exciting because it's so hard to sleep over. I also wonder if there's a way to send, like, I mean, I know there's a mod for this, but like an in game way to send your kid to go sleep over at someone's house or just you go somewhere else. Like, it's so hard to have your Sims go somewhere else without a mod or like it's very tricky. I'm excited about movie theaters. Some people are happy that it's rabbit hole, some people aren't. I I don't really care to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I have any strong feelings about that. I think if it is rabbit hole, I have a feeling that modders will come up with a way that you can like build a theater and like they'll get the moodlets. and you can actually go in the theater, but they'll get the mood lit. So I'm not too worried about whatever it is. I like the idea of going to the movies because, yeah, that's what I feel like people like to go to the movies, despite what's happening to a lot of movie theaters that are closing. I said this on Twitter, but I'm not holding back any content waiting for this new pack because I just got back and I miss my game. I miss talking to you all. So, if my Sims get pregnant and have a child, then they just had a child. I'm not gonna hold that back or wait. I'm not gonna lie, I do have an idea of something that I could do for the new pack, but I wouldn't say like I'm holding back content because there's so many other things I want to do besides that, but I have an idea. Like if I have to do something specific for that pack, as opposed to just like continuing with my LPs with the use of the new packs, if I do like a specific LP focus on the new pack, then yeah, I have some ideas. But do you guys like that? Like, I feel like some people like it, some people hate it. I like it probably for 5 minutes. Like when the new pack comes out, you're so excited to see the features. And so you get these LPs that are specific to the new pack and it's exciting and that everybody does them. And then it's like, I need a break. And I feel like within a day, maybe not a day, within 3 days, I'm like, somebody please make some other content. Please, I'm begging. But let me know what you think because maybe everybody loves it and I'm just, the attention span of a squirrel here and like I'm just on to the next thing too quickly. So let me know what you think. I am going to start slowly but surely changing, well, like taking out some mods in my game. So if you notice that, don't be alarmed. Because I just know so many things they're gonna break and some things seem like they won't be needed. So I'm gonna slowly but surely try to clean out my mods folder. I don't know about like clothing and stuff like that because I feel like I always need that, but like some of the event mods I feel like will break with the new events that come. I think some of the social interactions will break and take some time to fix. Like it's not only that they break, it's that they'll take some time to fix. What else? I think those are the main ones that I feel like are gonna break. I know MCC is gonna break and UI cheats is gonna break, but those are gonna come back in my game because I'm not gonna play for very long without them. But maybe I might start an LP without mods and then like once my mods are back and fixed, just take it over. I don't know. We'll see. What are you guys thinking about doing? What are you excited about? We're almost at the end of the video. He's in his winter clothes and just realizing that. So yeah, those were all the outfits. Pretty simple. I feel like he does have a good pair of denim. Like he has a few good pairs of denim. I really like these jeans that I downloaded from, I don't remember, but if you ask, I will link. And he has a nice hoodie. I just feel like he's chilling and I'm excited to like up his wardrobe and his looks and his style as time goes on. But that is pretty much it. So I want to thank you all for watching this video and learning about Sam. I'm excited for the first episode and excited for the new packs. Tell me what you think about it all. I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic but make it Sims. Thanks for watching, Sim friends. Talk to y'all later. Bye.